Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Let's go. Come on, let's get him. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Pushes him over. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Derrick Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. A 1st down carry for Henry. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Funches has it complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Do it!
So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, Do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's got room.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On first down, Henry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the 36, Tannehill. It's caught by Funchess. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They keep it with Henry on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown.
Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. It's now 21-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside. And he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Rodgers' throw there into the hands of Ross. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Rodgers again now. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On first down, Tannehill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Running for it, here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A give. This is Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Rodgers' throw into the hands of Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Schwartz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Here's Tannehill. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Tannehill. Brown has the first down and much more. And down to the 27-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Takes it at the 7. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 144 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. He'll find Gammy Golden there, complete. And some room to roam now. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there on the catch and run. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot. And
this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Shedding through the defense. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 29 yards. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big play there out of the running game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on, fellas. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Chubb. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run, Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
Second and 11 now.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points